Yeah, definitely. All right, Real 2 Raw, thanks for...
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. And it is Magic basketball tonight as the Orlando Magic go up against the Houston Rockets. The Rockets have to feel pretty good about their recent play. They're fifth in the standings in the West as we speak. That marks a solid increase from their position at the end of last year's regular season, but there's still plenty of the schedule still to get through. So many teams playing at a faster pace nowadays. Tonight, though, Kenny, we see lots of half-court sets.
Yeah, because it takes craft to run an offense in the half court. You just can't run up and down and jack shots up. This is winning time, half court basketball. And you find the matchups and you exploit them, Ernie.
And you have to remain patient. You have to remember, Ernie, it's chess, not checkers.
What were you better at, chess or checkers?
Checkers.
Have you played chess?
Never.
King me.
That's checkers.
Checkmate.
Checkmate. Checkmate.
That's chess.
Yeah. It's just checking. Make sure you knew.
Checking, get it?
No.
Checkmate, checking?
Yeah.
Oh.
I feel very stupid. Here's Kevin Harlan.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
We are in Orlando, Florida, as the Magic are about to go into this interconference contest right here. We're all set to bring you NBA action. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. A quick trip here for the Rockets, just one game away before heading back to Houston. With most of their upcoming games taking place at home, they have a chance here to make a nice little push.
And I think for the Rockets, they'd probably say they'd expect to be a little higher in the standings at this point, but you can't get too down if you're them. They're still knocking on the door with an opportunity to get that top spot.
And I don't think anyone will be surprised if they do get it. They've been there before, and despite going through a little bit of a lull, we know they're capable of playing as well as any team in this league.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, we know Rockets coach Mike D'Antoni was the architect of the 7 seconds or less offense in Phoenix. But he says we should have been more aggressive. We kept asking, is it too many threes? Now, there's no such thing. Kevin?
Great stuff, DA. Thanks. Both teams tonight, Doris, looking to take a measured approach to this game. What should we expect to see in these half-court sets?
Yeah, typically these two coaches want to make sure they're in control of what's transpiring in the half-court. So you'll see that point guard look over to the sideline, maybe get a play call from the head coach, and then try to execute it. But they're certainly seeking out the best matchups, and if that means changing sides of the floor, getting to the third and fourth options, that's exactly what these teams will do.
Tip-off goes to Houston. Here's the starting group for Houston. We've got Rivers. E.J. Tucker is out there with Clint Capella. Then it's Harden, and it's House in at the 3 spot. Fournier with the ball, and guarded by Capella, and the basket by Isaac.
This is encouraging to see Jonathan Isaac finish through contact. He obviously will fill out that frame and add some weight, but the balance really impressive.
It's Harden with the drive.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Augustine looking around. Fournier, and good! Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
Well, this is the kind of thing that will help that shooting percentage. Fournier in the high percentage area.
He gets it in there.
Amazing how he gets this one to go. Size doesn't matter.
What fearlessness, right? He likes to go at taller defenders, and he shows he has what it takes to get it done.
Here's Augustine after Austin Rivers scored. Lets it go from deep. Augustine, no luck. Here is House. He's covered by Isaac. The shot by House is no good. Magic have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Releases from 15, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Well, I like seeing Jonathan Isaac work in the mid-range. This guy is demonstrating the touch to score from there.
Capella with the bucket.
Assist goes to Daniel House.
Magic have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And Augustine kicks to Isaac. Back to Augustine. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Houston. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Orlando this season.
Yeah, and they swept this matchup the 2 times they played last year. They held the advantage on paper and on the court.
Well, a year ago, there was a big gap in talent between the 2 teams. But changes are always made, and we'll see how they match up this time around.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And that one's good. House has got his first basket of the night.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
And that's not the type of defense you want to play, right? You've got to make it more difficult than that. Layups are too easy.
A forceful finish from the big fella.
Well, with a player for that size, you'd think he'd make the highlight reel more often.
Yeah, terrific effort. He obviously has the length to make those plays when he's being aggressive.
Here's Augustine after Austin Rivers score. Outside Fournier. Back to Augustine. The tray. Good on the three-point shot. Augustine's got his first 3 points of the game.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Harden, that's good.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Orlando trailing here. Left side Fournier. It doesn't go for him. The Rockets go the other way with it. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Tucker can't get it to go. Here's Isaac. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that. And James Harden, last season's MVP, the runner-up in 2015, actually won the players' vote for MVP that season. But last season, he took home the official hardware.
This is his first free throw of the game.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
Free throw drops for Harden. And with James Harden winning the MVP in 2018, Russell Westbrook in 2017, Kevin Durant in 2014, you think a few what-ifs right now in Oklahoma City?
A few, more than that, Kevin. I mean, probably tough for them all to win MVP playing on one team. A good shot at a different trophy, though, maybe. The one that starts with the name of Larry.
Settling into the new season now, Doris, some teams really finding that groove and their rhythm. Talk about what they can do to maintain that. Sometimes it's easier to get there, but then to maintain it becomes the real chore.
Right, and that's where coaching comes into play. Guys trying to pull the right string, play the right notes with their teams. And obviously, one of the most important things you can have on a night-by-night basis is energy, consistent energy on the defensive end. If you stay in the moment, you focus on the next play. I know 82 games can be a grind, Kev, but if you break it down into smaller chunks, it becomes much more manageable.
Good idea. As always, the mid part of the NBA season, quite a grueling part of the schedule. Right now, let's check out how the standings are shaping up in the East. You look at the Raptors, and not a surprise, really, to see them sitting there in that #1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific. And, of course, there's the Magic. They have a lot of ground to make up.
And when I look at Orlando, they've never been able to take that next step this season and really break away from the pack.
Yeah, I think if that next step was coming, it would have happened by now. They can't be worried about could-haves and should-haves. They need to be focused 100% on the push for the playoffs.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's his first foul. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Capella. Here's Rivers. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
The Magic trail by 7. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Gordon. He showed up every night and some noteworthy performances over the last month. He's putting up about 14 points a night, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists. And this is the kind of strong, steady play you like to see. He's earning his keep and helping them win games.
I think they need more consistency from him, and they're getting it. Look for this to continue. I love it.
And right now, they have all the momentum. I mean, just look at the score.
No, there's no doubt. You can see it. The lead continues to grow. They're not slowing down. I love the pressure they're applying.
Count it. Good. And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. They lead by 7. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
I think, Greg, you can't expect to win with that kind of effort. The defense was nowhere to be found, and it cost them all night long.
And the dunk by Capella.
And really focused on establishing dominance down low. And, guys, it's working.
Oh, no doubt. I think they've controlled the paint. They've used their size and strength to get off any shot they want.
And so Orlando, again, turning it over. And a chance here to check out the league's scoring leaders. James Harden, #1.
And all you have to do is point to his name at the top of that list. Does that tell the story well enough or what? What a season.
Now off the inbound. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That's on Evan Fournier.
And, guys, they've come out and established a rhythm. And also their play calling has been on point.
Yeah, I think that's exactly how they've built this lead. They played as one, shared the basketball, running their offense to perfection.
One shot, gentlemen.
Free throw good, James Harden.
And the southpaw stroke of Harden is just beautiful to watch. When he's cooking, he's one of the more lethal scorers in our league.
Now here is Augustine. 5 points in the game. The shot's good from Fournier.
Well, you can see he's feeling it right now. Shots dropping from all over the place this quarter.
Here's Harden. It's deflected. And here's Augustine. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Harden. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Back to Augustine. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Capella's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And Harden with the basket on the assist from Capella. Harden's got 17 now.
I don't know if you can do it any better on both ends than they have tonight.
I don't think you can ask for anything more, Greg. What a wonderful job establishing a lead early in this one.
Now here's Gordon. In the game against Boston, very impressive. 6 on the shot clock. Isaac passes to Vucevic. Here's Fournier. Gordon trying to break loose. Harden with the defensive effort.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Chalk up 2 there.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. And P.J. Tucker, Greg, a rugged physical defender at the forward.
And here's the guy, second-round pick back in 06. Spent 5 seasons playing abroad before making his return to the association. Now he's a seasoned veteran and not shy about holding his teammates accountable, especially defensively.
Check out stats for Harden. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. First in scoring, second in assists, and he's a defensive ball hawk. You can't let your guard down. Remember, he's 10th in the league in steals per game.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. Number 1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close.
And they're just dominating on both ends, and it's reflected now in the score.
Oh, absolutely, Greg. They're absolutely rolling in sync totally on both the offensive and defensive ends.
Poke loose, stolen by Harden, and here we go. Harden heading to the hoop.
And when you're on the road, this is how you silence the crowd. Tremendous all-around play.
Man, it's not easy building a lead like this on the road, Greg, but they have been lights out throughout this game.
Ross dishes to Bamba, and he gets the bucket. Bamba's got his first 2 points of the night.
Yeah, great anticipation of where the open man was going to be, and Terrence Ross finds him immediately. That's really pretty.
And Green gets it to go.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
To the middle, and that one is stuffed right through.
Boy, that's what you call timing. He doesn't have to break stride on the pass.
The 10-footer. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
The offense is running well, but more importantly, they're taking the shots they know they can make.
Well, they haven't had to force anything. They're simply moving the ball and working for the best available shot.
Now, here's Bamba. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Grant. Harden grabs the miss.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
And Green with the basket on the assist by Nene. Green's got 6.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Pass to Awandu. 3-pointer. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's Houston the other way. Here's Tucker. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Well, that's just superb coordination and balance right there. Tucker's hard to move once he gets the ball inside.
And then Gordon with the dunk.
Boy, nice feed. Leading him into some space. A nice catch on the run, too. Wow. Really well done on that assist. He sees the target inside and puts it right into the hands.
And it's the Magic with the ball. Stolen by Tucker. Banked in off the glass. He has 6.
The ability to create shots off the dribble. This may be his area of greatest improvement. Tucker's worked on that.
Here's Gordon. And the shot is long. And here's Knight. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. From 10 feet out, Tucker can't get it to go. The Magic shooting it well so far today, guys. They've connected on 48% of their shots. Grant kicks to Gordon. Now the pass to Awandu. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And that's just taking advantage of some soft defense on that drive. Little resistance for him on the way to the basket.
Well, great vision by Nene, right? I mean, if you're the help defensive guy, you can't leave your man. He's that good a passer.
So it's Orlando now, and Gerald Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Simmons checked in for Ross, and the Rockets making a change here as well. James Ennis, he'll check in for James Harden. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. And just an impossible shot to guard at times. Doris, when you think of that step-back jump shot in the league, it's lethal. And there are a couple guys who have perfected it.
Well, 2 in particular. James Harden, that step-back that he added is now unguardable. And Steph Curry as well. Those 2 men, when they decide to get to that step-back jumper, turn the lights out, close the gym doors, and step back because it's going in.
If she pretty, I'ma come around your city, I'm gonna hunt it down. I'm gonna come around it, rock it, can I? Rock it. I got it.
.141 left to play in the first quarter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Boy, what a journey for Jonathan Simmons, gentlemen, right? This guy is undrafted. He comes up through the G League and now has proven to be a quality NBA player.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
That's good from Simmons. And Simmons credits his time with the Spurs, Doris, for molding him into the player that he is today.
Well, I think specifically Simmons improved on the defensive end of the floor. This guy would get some tips and watch Kawhi Leonard play. You can see that in the rugged tenacity on the defensive end.
Both good from the line that time.
Well, how about the former G League standout and how long away he has covered? Jonathan Simmons, hungry to prove himself. This guy is young, but a remarkable competitor.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Well, Orlando shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Check out that assist. You can tell a player who's seeing the whole floor very well.
The drive by Green took him no time at all on that one. Green's got 12 points in the game.
I'll tell you, this guy will not stop pouring it on. It doesn't matter what approach they've tried to use against him. He has had an answer for everything.
Now here's Simmons. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. And it's off from three-point range.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
And he makes that one. He's got 14.
Oh, great ball movement there.
There's 45 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Grant kicks to a 1-2. Orlando moving the ball around. No good from Simmons.
I mean, come on. You don't see misses like that. I mean, that's grade school.
Here's Ennis. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Knight against Grant. Pass to Simmons. Kicks it to Bamba. Lets it go from 14. Grant up top. Here's a 1-2. Off target from outside. James Harden getting it done for Houston. He was a true standout at the offensive end, both with his scoring and his passing. We come back right after this. James Ennis played in Australia, Puerto Rico, the G League. He talked about his NBA journey and his goals.
Just to be a rotation player. I know I got better. I know I worked hard to get here, to stay here, and just be able to knock down the shot and the three. I want to shoot the ball 40% and above.
And with the importance of the three ball nowadays, Greg, a great goal for Ennis.
He possesses length and athleticism on the wing, and if he can reliably knock down the triple, he's a consistent rotation player in this league.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. In quite a position here for the Rockets to be in. What do you think, guys?
Playing smart in this first period. Credit their unselfish play.
Well, the assist total is skyrocketing at this point, actively looking to set up their teammates. I'll tell you, love the way they're playing.
Taking a look at the Rockets, E.J. Tucker is out there with Nene. Then there's Gerald Green. Then there's Brandon Knight. And it's Ennis in at the small forward position.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead. Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Doubled by Knight. Owundu, that's good. Owundu's got 6.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Ennis, Orlando grabs the miss. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
I think a lot of people were surprised by that result because on paper, you didn't think that that game would be that competitive. And he just punishes the D for falling asleep at the wheel.
A little disorganized that time, and the result, 2 points in the loudest way possible.
Yeah, sometimes aggression can overcome certain offensive limitations. You saw it right there.
Owundu, that's good.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Green, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. With the analysis, the defensive impact becoming more advanced, Doris, do you think that helps defenders gain recognition even when they're not putting up numbers in individual statistical categories?
Well, think about a recent winner of the Defensive Player of the Year, and that's Draymond Green, whose value becomes into sharp focus, particularly in the fourth quarter of games, when it becomes a possession ball game and Draymond Green is flying around the floor in help defensive position, covering up for teammates' mistakes. I absolutely think, Kevin, increasingly because of the advanced metrics, that players can be defined outside of points and rebounds. So I love the impact of the numbers.
The Magic making a switch here. Vucevic is checked in. The Rockets also changing it up. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Nene. And it's Austin Rivers in for P.J. Tucker. The Magic have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Passes it to Owundu. Here's Bamba. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
The activity from Bamba, when he's playing with a high motor, watch out.
Here's Rivers. The Rockets with another miss. And here's Grant. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. They've got the Pistons ahead of them in their next game in Detroit. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, guys, the Orlando Magic has struggled to find difference-making players in the draft or in free agency. Their goal is to get younger but get better at the same time. And it's difficult to do, even in the Eastern Conference, but Orlando is determined to get this right. Kevin?
And the journey continues for them and a lot of teams. D.A., thank you.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
To the inside, stolen by Rivers. Ennis with the ball. Now defended by Grant. Tries again. It's tipped.
The main weapon in Bamba's attack, the slender long arms he possesses, helps him block lots of shots.
Fournier's checked in for Orlando. Augustine comes in for Grant, and the Rockets making a change here as well. House is checked in. The Magic have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Augustine with it. He has 5. The teardrop falls in. Augustine's got 7 points in the game.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Here's Rivers, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. There's the call. It's a foul on Orlando. And Austin Rivers out of Duke, an elusive 6'4" combo guard.
I mean, a great handle, and he's found most of his offensive success with this development as a long-range shooter. It's gotten to the point now where you want him to put it on the deck.
Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Rivers.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
The Magic making a switch here. Isaac's checked in. Rivers hits both of them. Here's Augustine. He has 7. Pass to Bamba. That's in. Augustine with the assist. Augustine's got 5 assists tonight.
And the closer to the basket Bamba is, the more effective he is. Outstanding at using his size inside. Oh, fellas, that was a vicious 2-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Augustine passes to Fournier. To the paint. Here's Isaac. Basket counts. He's got 8.
Wow, how about the focus from the big man? Jonathan Isaac, comfortable in the paint.
To the middle. Here's House. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring. And this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, really good awareness by the scorer. You're seeing an opening in the defense and exploiting it beautifully.
Augustine, that's good. Augustine's got 9.
I'll tell you, he's been one area they haven't had to worry about tonight. He's been scoring at will.
House, and he gets it to go.
Oh, my goodness. That is how to attack the rim. Don't give the defense time to react. That's beautiful.
To the middle. It's stolen by Ennis. And it's Houston on the break. House has got the ball. Here's Rivers. Count it.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
Well, typically speaking, transition points are high percentage looks. Get out and go. That's their philosophy.
Here's Augustine after Austin Rivers.
Wow, how about the creativity on display? Mr. Isaac, we see you, sir.
And a terrific bit of chaos there on the replay presented by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. Yep, that one goes in there.
Yeah, I mean, he's been orchestrating all game at a high level.
It's just so great to see ball movement like this, and he is excellent at getting his teammates involved.
Fournier gets a wide-open look. Offensive rebound. And the dunk by Bamba.
And that 7'9" wingspan on full display there. Bamba swooping in with authority.
And they pick up 2.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Orlando's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Here's Augustine. And Capella sends it back.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
I think you could see early on that he was really with a rhythm and flow tonight, and now he's really starting to take off.
Here's Fournier following the score by Houston. This one for 3. The putback. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Ennis, and Bamba pulls it down.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
The Rockets pull it in. Capella's got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's House, and it falls over the rim and in. House has got 8 here in the quarter.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Outside Fournier. Unloads from 13. Down it goes. That's 4 made from the field. He's 4 of 8.
What a polished offensive game. Fournier cashing in from the mid-range.
And Ennis slams it in.
I have to tell you guys, what a delivery on that lead pass. He puts it right where his teammate can go get it.
The Magic shooting the ball beautifully in the second quarter. They're at 55% for the field. And Augustine kicks to Vucevic. Here's Bamba. It's rebounded by Houston. Knight's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's House. Capella. It's good on the putback.
No hesitation at all in transition, and they have a huge margin in that department.
So it's Orlando now. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Vucevic knows who he is. This guy is a close scorer, legit threat to finish it with authority.
Here is House. 10 points for him. And the shot goes down.
I'll tell you, Kev, they wouldn't object if all their looks were that close.
Here's Fournier. Knight grabs the board.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Orlando's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Fournier for 3. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
Well, you love the shooter's mentality that Evan Fournier possesses, thinking of pulling up before he even makes the catch.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Orlando's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Here's Ennis, and Ennis slams it in.
Now that shows a sign of maturity, guys. Everyone expecting Knight to try and score it. Instead, he finds the open man.
And here's Fournier. He brings it up for Orlando. Down low. Got a piece of it. Bamba. Rebounded by Capella. Rocket shooting has been sensational. 75% for the game. The basket counts, and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Rockets have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
Gordon's checked in for the Magic. Terrence Ross comes in for Isaac. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Rockets. James Harden comes in for Brandon Knight. And that one misses.
Well, you just have to love the skill Vucevic shows on the offensive end. I mean, he can erupt for big scoring nights if you don't keep him in check, and it gives you a little bit of everything from an offensive standpoint.
Gerald Green, he's checked in for Ennis. Timeout called, the Rockets. Guys, Vucevic doing more shooting from range the last couple of years, further improving his versatile offensive game.
Yeah, and when he was younger, he got his points by going to work on the block. Still can do that, but now prefers to float outside and stretch the defense. Very soft touch on that jump shot, no matter if it comes from inside or out.
These players have excelled at setting up their teammates this month. The 2K leaderboard shows us the recent assist leaders. James Harden is second.
Really been in sync with his teammates over that period. I mean, his passing has been phenomenal.
Here's Augustine for three. Fournier. No good on the shot. And it's Houston the other way.
Well, he continues to have trouble with his shot, well below 50% from the field in this period.
2 shots, gentlemen. 2.
Rockets have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8.
Taking 2 shots.
Two shots.
Free throw drops for Green. Grant, he's checked in for the Magic. Both free throws good from Green. Here's Grant. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Feeds to Fournier. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
I'll tell you, Fournier with a good instance of focus against good defense. Pretty play.
Evan Fournier.
And when you look at Evan Fournier, he's just a reliable source for points whenever he's on the floor.
Yeah, and Fournier is a bit of a quiet scorer. I mean, he always ends up with a lot of points, but doesn't tend to wow you with any individual plays. Terrific shooter who just makes the most of his touches and his minutes whenever he's on the floor.
You know, there's an unpredictability about what Evan Fournier does that keeps defenders guessing. This guy is outstanding at using that to his advantage.
Now here's Harden. 23 points in the game, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. The Magic making a switch here. Owundu's checked in. Well, Orlando shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. Grant kicks to Ross. Grant outside. And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
The pass to Grant. No one near him. And it's off the back rim. No good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Vucevic with the block.
Well, the reach, the timing, Vucevic using all of that 7'4" wingspan to turn that shot away.
Houston making a switch. Nene's checked in. Well, Orlando shooting 48% on their attempts here in quarter number 2. They double him with Nene. Pass to Vucevic. Owundu kicks to Ross. To the inside. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. And the jam by Harden.
And it's another James Harden special we're witnessing here tonight. I think this fella's got some game.
1:31 left here in the second. Out to the right wing. Here's Vucevic. Ross. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, this guy's a rock. You know, this is a player that you can count on to produce under any circumstance.
Here's Green. Banked in off the glass. Green's got 6 in the quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Vucevic against Nene. Knocked away. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And a look now at the various locations of the shots taken so far for Harden.
And it's really been a tremendous night. He's been efficient. He's been a major driving force in this offense. And it's no small task to try to slow him down. Once he gets rolling, like we've seen in this game so far, watch out.
I'll tell you, the feed puts him in prime position to convert. The assist was where it needed to be.
And it's the Magic with the ball. Poked away. Now, here's Grant. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And Harden with the stuff.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
No good from Ross. And for Houston, their shooting has been sensational. 75% for the game. And that one, good. And that's 31 points for James Harden.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
Grant against Rivers. There's the feed to Ross. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Ross has got his second bucket of the night. With 2 seconds left, and Harden with the lay-in.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Well, you want to slow this man's roll right now if you're the defense, because you've got to make somebody else beat you. He's cooking right now.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. The Rockets on top, opening up a huge gap. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Clifford. What was the biggest problem for your guys in the first half?
Well, you know what? We're a defensive team first, and we've been good defensively. We've been organized. We weren't that in that first half, and that's what we got to concentrate on to get the game going back our way.
See if you revert back to your form in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, it's good to have you back. You're watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. This right here is Kenny the Jet Smith. This right here is Shaquille O'Neal. Me, I'm just Ernie. James Harden led the way in the first half. He ended up with 33 points, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. He's been playing extremely well lately and making some new highlights for us already in this one. Kenny, what you think about the Rockets?
Well, they knocked the wind out of the defense in transition, converting fast break baskets in volume. It's a runaway lead right now. In fact, this looks like a track meet.
Check. What'd you think about Orlando?
Way too soft in the paint defensively. They were all late on their rotations. Obviously, that's a recipe for getting cooked. You know, I like eating that barbecue chicken. They got to do better, Ernie.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
Flying high above Lake Eola in downtown Orlando as we welcome you back to the action at the Amway Center. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
Yeah, the first half, what a thing of beauty. He was just living in the lane.
How special is it, Greg, to watch a guy who's able to get into the paint with speed and consistency? They cannot let him get inside like that.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Inside, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are in the backcourt, and it's Isaac in at the 3. And that's the group for Steve Clifford as we begin the second half.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
What a great shooting performance. His percentage is outstanding.
Here's Gordon after Austin Rivers' score. And Augustine kicks to Vucevic. Pushing it up the floor. Goes up, and the jam by Harden.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, and he was so quick to break on that one. A good sign that he read the play. Boy, the way he's been going, he is not going to be the guy to turn this around.
A nice shot by Tucker.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Buries it from three-point range. Fournier's got 17 now.
Evan Fournier has proven over and over, you better get a hand up and contest from three, or he will make you pay.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Rockets have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
One shot behind the lanes.
And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Magic. Outside Fournier. Back to Augustine. Here's Harden. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
Keeping the pressure on and starting to pad this lead around the halfway point.
Yeah, seems like they're starting to pull away a bit right now. They just look a little faster and a little hungrier than the opposition right now.
And it's the Magic with the ball. The Rockets making the shot. Here's Isaac. They get it back. Here's Fournier. Isaac misses.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
A nice shot by Rivers.
And really the story of the half. One team shooting it lights out. The other, the lights are just out.
Yeah, that's right. You said it. They don't find a way to switch it back on. They're in trouble.
Now here is Augustine. 9 points in the game so far. Great open look there. Gordon's got his second bucket of the night.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Well, I love how personal this thing is getting. If you drain a 3 on me, anything you can do, I can do better.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Augustine passes to Isaac. 3-pointer. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Jonathan Simmons is checked in for Augustine.
Jonathan Simmons.
Here's Houston now. They're on a 16-6 run. It's Harden with the drive.
Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
So it's Orlando now. Stolen by Harden. All alone. And Harden with the stuff.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Orlando's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Fournier for 3. Sinks the triple. Fournier's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Orlando. Here's Rivers. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 6 assists now in the game. Orlando's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. In the corner, Simmons with it. No good on the triple.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, starting to look like it's taking its toll mentally. He doesn't look like himself.
A nice shot by Rivers.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
It's Fournier on the wing. Back to Simmons. And the layup is good. Simmons got 6.
Well, Evan Fournier is a fundamentally sound player, and if his teammates are open, he will deliver the rock.
To the paint, here's Isaac. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's...
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target. And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
I'll tell you, you got to admire the energy. This guy really wants to put this one away.
Now, here's Fournier. He's got 20.
Just a really solid display there of rebounding. They've done it really all game.
Yeah, bottom line, more boards means more possessions, and that's how you build a lead. This guy's trying to close this game out in style. He's not going to stop attacking until he's sure this win is in the books.
It's deflected. It's stolen by Capella and stolen by Gordon. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
All you have to do is point to their turnovers this quarter. There's a reason the scoreboard looks like it does.
Bamba is checked in for the Magic. Ennis, he's checked in for Houston. Knight comes in for Rivers. Tucker with the ball. He's against Gordon. Well, Orlando shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots.
How about the touch and the under-control nature of what Aaron Gordon is doing close to the cup? That's nice.
And Jonathan Simmons, the explosive wing player, went undrafted but has earned a spot in the NBA after a strong couple of years in the G League. Now he's established himself as a potent offensive player.
Here's Bamba. Following the score by Houston. Passes it to Isaac. Lock at 6. It's Fournier on the wing, guarded by Harden. Fournier's shot is off. And for Simmons, when he was in the G League, he developed, Greg, his playmaking.
Yeah, spent some time at point guard at that level, and I think it helps him in terms of finding ways to create shots for himself. He's definitely, though, at his best when the ball is in his hands. Not so much a spot-up player, but he can create offense for a team in a hurry. And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Tucker. Off the left rim and out.
Well, yeah, I mean, you want to give your offense a chance, and that possession didn't do it.
Not at all, Greg. I mean, no reason for him to be taking these kinds of shots. He has only himself to blame.
Now, here's Fournier. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. Here's Tucker. Offensive rebound. Second chance shot. And Capella with a nice bucket inside. Capella's got 12 in the game.
And every offensive board is an extra possession. If you're trying to compete from this far down, you cannot allow that.
I'll tell you, what an effort on the glass. Even with this lead, they're still going all out.
Here's Knight, and it's Houston with another.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Now Simmons, 6 points for him. And Fournier kicks to Isaac. Stolen by Tucker. Now here's Ennis. Tight defense on him. That's tipped. And here we go with the Magic fast break. Isaac with the ball. And that one is hammered home.
Boy, at his size, does Jonathan Isaac move so well? The long strides in transition, wow.
Ennis, good.
Boy, nice team basketball being played right there. You see the open man, and you deliver the ball right away.
Simmons passes to Bamba. He's looking for Isaac and finds him. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Well, there's tremendous length with Jonathan Isaac. How about the ability to finish with authority? Go ahead, young sir.
And the jam by Harden.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. And Simmons has got the ball here for the Orlando Magic. It's Fournier on the wing. The three-pointer, no good.
And he needs to find other ways to contribute besides shooting. Sometimes you have to learn how to play well when you're not playing well.
The Magic shooting approximately 43% in the third quarter. Knight against Simmons. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
You know that the pass is for Aaron Gordon, but his athleticism takes any defense out of the equation. Doing work, Aaron Gordon.
The shot by Knight, no good.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Outside, Simmons. To the middle, here's Gordon. Oh!
Goodness.
Wow, the tenacity of Aaron Gordon, the athleticism is just amazing.
Here's Knight. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. 6 points for Brandon Knight.
Really good work in the painted area. You need to have the inside game working like that.
No good from Simmons.
He definitely got nervous at the rim. I mean, he needs to make sure he finishes strong.
And good. He hits it again. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Fournier goes in. That one doesn't go. Some solid defense from Knight. Here's Harden. Good, that's another bucket. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Simmons against Knight. And here is Bamba. He's got 12. And that one's good, Simmons.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Here's Capella. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%. 1:10 left to play in the third. Fournier with the ball, and it's Harden picking him up. Gordon kicks to Simmons. Pass to Fournier. And here's Gordon, guarded by Harden. 5 on the clock. Magic moving the ball around. Fournier, that's for 2. Here's Gordon. And he uses the glass on the layup. Gordon's got 11 in the second half.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring him back.
Boy, in the second half, just hitting a much higher percentage of his shots. Really looks composed now.
The Magic shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. Down low, here's Bamba, and the dunk by Bamba.
Well, really good awareness from Jonathan Simmons. Really getting an understanding of when to put the pass on time and on target.
Here's Isaac, and he goes in for the dunk.
And racing up the court, you have a number of options and a great decision there.
I love how he took the initiative, right? You took charge of the opportunity and made the right decision.
A nice shot by Tucker. Tucker's got 6 in the quarter.
I don't think the pass could be better placed. That's a great assist.
There's the pass to Gordon. And he jams it right over Clint Capella. Wow.
Boy, how about the tenacity of Aaron Gordon? So good at being assertive and taking over the offense when necessary.
Again, what an avalanche.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. And so it's Houston holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We've got more in store for you right after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Houston, they've got Nene, Harden out there with Brandon Knight. Then there's Edwards, and it's Clark in at the 4 spot. Grant surveying the D. A 1-2, that's good. And so Nene will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nene.
Ouch, that's a wasted possession. Got to shake it off and forget it happened, guys.
The Magic making a switch here. Augustine's checked in. So it's Orlando now. Grant finds Martin. Here's a 1-2. The Rockets pull it in. Knight's got 7 rebounds in the game. A baseline J. And got it! Another basket. That's 62 points. 62!
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
Taken away. Here's Clark. And then Clark slams it in.
And Harden is more than just a scorer. He's also got some sensational handles and passing instincts. Loves connecting with his teammates.
And it's the Magic with the ball. Augustine with it. Over Clark. That one a little long. Martin with the block. And they get it back. And that one's good by Clark.
And one of the stories of the second half has been all of those second chance points. I mean, they have been terrific on the offensive backboard.
Here's Augustine. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket. Here's Clark, covered by Martin. And that one's good by Clark. Clark's got 6 points in the quarter.
Boy, the assist just put on time and on target. Easy shot opportunity.
Augustine from outside. It's rebounded by Houston. Clark, the pass to Knight. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball. Ross is checked in for Augustine. Gerald Green, he's checked in for the Rockets. Now a timeout called by Houston. Doris, last year the NBA signed a deal to broadcast G League games on the internet channel Twitch.
Well, you know Adam Silver is always looking at new methods for broadcasting this great league and the G League. And I think we live in an era of an increasingly digital world. The next generation use their platforms in non-traditional, non-linear fashion. So to me, this is really smart decision making.
I know you're a big Twitch watcher yourself. You subscribe, and like me, you love the G League.
I'm always twitching.
Down low, here's Edwards. The rebound by a 1-2. Orlando, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. He kicks it to Grant. Pass to a 1-2. No good on the triple.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Shot from the wing. Edwards, that's good.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
The steal. And Edwards with the stuff.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Fantastic anticipation. Then he shows major explosiveness converting at the other end.
Grant with the ball. Now Green defending. Good on the bucket. Owundu's got 4 this quarter.
That's a nice little outside-in play right there. Good feed into the post and a solid finish. Well, everything starts with a great pass, right? That's really pretty.
Orlando's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Grant kicks to Mozgov. Doris, you think of all the highlight reel plays we get to see up close. We're so lucky. We feel the same way every time we sit courtside and watch one of these games. One of the most enjoyable parts about it, seeing the reactions of the guys on the bench.
They're just losing it, Kevin. They're falling down or they're bumping into each other, and then seeing the opposing bench trying to keep that poker face. They know they're not supposed to react, but sometimes the play is just so good you can't help it.
We get out of our seats, don't we? I mean, just like the players do. We get out of our seats.
Oh, no doubt. I'll stand up, wave my hands in the air. Are you kidding?
The shot by Knight, no good. And so it's Ross. He brings it up for Orlando. Here's Grant. Here's Martin. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Here's what the Houston Rockets schedule looks like. On Monday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Memphis Grizzlies. And then on Wednesday, they'll host the Brooklyn Nets.
And it's going to be home game after home game after home game for this group. So they got a great chance to string together a number of wins given how strong they've been playing.
No good on the free throw. Houston making a switch here. House is checked in. He hits the second from the line. A lot of times late in the season, Doris, we see the expensive vets bought out of their contracts. Often they sign for a cheap price for a true contender, and that affects parity among postseason qualifiers.
No doubt about it, Kevin. It really brings into very sharp focus the value of a quality GM, because the rich can get richer, and it can tilt things toward the top teams. I don't mind it, Kevin. Part of the reason these players agree to a buyout in the first place is the opportunity to choose their next situation. It is within the rules, and therefore I have no problem with it.
I like it as well. And they pick up 2. Green's got 22.
I love this approach. Despite the lead, still attacking, adding fuel to the fire.
They are absolutely relentless right now, Greg. There's no end in sight. They are going for it.
Rockets on defense. Ross hits the jumper in space.
When the mid-range is working for Terrence Ross, he's going to create problems. It's just a matter of can he do it consistently, Kev.
The drive by Green goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Green's got 4 points this quarter.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Intercepted. Now, here's Grant. And here comes the break. Owundu kicks to Martin. Drills it from outside.
And since halftime, they have been locked and loaded from beyond.
Yeah, there's no question about it. Knocking down triples repeatedly, the defense starting to look helpless at this point.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Some nice ball movement by the Magic. The drive by Green, and he goes big with the dunk right over Mozgov.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but possible, like you said. Orlando, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the 4th, and even 50%. Stolen by Grant. Martin dishes to Grant, to the paint. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. 8 points for Terrence Ross.
Then this is why you work the ball inside, right? To get the easiest shot possible.
And that one's good. House.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
The Magic have gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth. Outside, Martin. Last season, Doris, the NBA hosting 4 regular season games in Mexico, celebrating the 25th anniversary of the NBA playing in Mexico City.
Well, Kevin, you know this. Mexico City is the 5th largest city in the world. You are a geographic expert. This is a gateway to all of Latin America, and the NBA, as always, eager to expand their presence in new markets.
I agree. And the fact, Doris, they're so progressive has just, given them so much new things, revenue, growth avenues to follow. But it just opens up a whole new area where they can grow.
Never rest on your laurels, Kevin. Always work hard, just like the great Kevin Harlan does.
Grant finds Martin, and he comes up with the deuce.
Boy, you have got to love the dime, the pass on time and on target.
Out to Chris. Great tee that time from Martin.
Yeah, affecting the shot in a big way there. Excellent defense.
Well, you talk about getting into the space of the shooter. This is how you defend the paint.
Shoots from the baseline. That's good on the jump shot. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 12 assists. Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Kicks to Grant from beyond the arc. No good on that one. And it's Houston the other way. Here's Knight. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Some reports claim, Doris, that basketball is the fastest growing team sport. Do you think it has a chance to overtake football as the most popular sport in the U.S.?
Well, listen, anybody who is covering and carrying the games of the NBA is thrilled right now. The ratings for the NBA are off the charts. It increases in popularity every year. But let's remember the foundational sport in the United States of America is football. And the ratings for football, the NFL in particular, still dwarf the NBA. But the reality is there are challenges that the NFL faces. What those challenges have on the long-term business success in terms of, the concussions and the long-term implications, we don't yet know, Kevin. And if we could all fast forward 10 to 15 years into the future, it'll be fascinating to look back and say, wow, this was a seminal moment for both sports.
Great perspective. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
At the line, shooting one, Jonathan Simmons.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
On the free throw, no good. And 6'10" forward Marquise Chris, the 8th overall pick in 2016 out of the University of Washington.
Yeah, Kevin, it was almost like he took a step back in year 2. This guy's an athletic pogo stick, but you're going to need more than just size and leaping ability if you want to succeed in this league.
And that one misses. What you notice immediately with Marquise Chris, he is a high-level athlete.
Right, Kev. This guy is a big-time athlete who entered the league pretty raw skill-wise. But to me, there is so much of a ceiling here. If he can learn to shoot it and put it on the deck, look out.
Knight for 3. Birch grabs the board. Here's Augustine bringing it up now for the Orlando Magic. We know James Harden joined Durant and Westbrook in winning league MVP honors, Doris. Had those three stayed together in Oklahoma City, is there any doubt in your mind that they would have won at least one NBA championship?
Well, you think back to the time they worked together, and they did go to an NBA Finals and ended up being eliminated by LeBron James and the Miami Heat. So obviously, you like the opportunity they would have had to go to more. And let's give a little credit to the great GM of the Oklahoma City franchise, Sam Presti, who is responsible for the drafting of 3 MVP candidates. That in and of itself is quite remarkable. But you know this, Kevin. Success and failure, there is such a fine line. And there's a tenuous nature to things, an injury at the wrong time. So many times this trio was tripped up by an untimely situation. So, I mean, if they stay together, yes, you like their chances, but this is why history states otherwise.
James Harden, he's checked in for Houston. Both good from the line that time. Houston's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. The shot by Knight, no good. Orlando's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And becoming impatient, that's not how you're going to catch up.
Really, that's unacceptable. Patience is paramount when you're trying to cut the lead, and they didn't have it there.
Fires for 3, and the rebound goes to Martin. Well, Orlando shooting fairly well in the fourth, around 48%. Harden against Simmons. Martin the pass to Simmons. 6 to shoot. To the inside. Here's Augustine. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. From downtown, Harden no good.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
In the quarter. Here's Birch. Drops in the layup for 2. And so it's Houston with it. Out to the right wing. Outside, House. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Birch has got 5 rebounds tonight. Launches it. And James Harden with the 3. Harden's got 7 now in this quarter.
It doesn't matter how a defense plays him. Harden is going to make sure that that 3-point shot is a primary weapon.
That's an example of great communication. He knows the spot to get to, and the pass is waiting for him.
Shoots from the baseline, and Houston again with the bucket.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Houston.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for James Harden.
Boy, his activity really stood out to me on the defensive end. He harassed ball handlers, came up with steals in transition. You had the feeling guys were looking over their shoulder, worried he was going to pick their pocket.
Now Isaac can't connect from 14 feet out. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Knight, and the rebound goes to Martin. Out of bounds, Houston takes possession. And as he's checked in for the Rockets. And so now a timeout taken by Mike D'Antoni.
Started.
Timeout charge to Houston.
You ain't getting
present our Jordan Player of the Game, James Harden.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. Tipped away and stolen by Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
How about the activity on the defensive end from Jonathan Simmons? He moves his feet, he's got long arms, and he's willing to take chances.
Knight, Nene trying to get open. Brandon Knight the bucket on the assist from Harden.
I'll tell you, when you're the visiting team, it can be hard to maintain focus, but not tonight.
No, I think that they've been locked in during this game. They didn't let the opposing crowd get to them at all. This has been pure domination.
Puts it up from 17. Chris can't hit.
Excellent box out there, keeping himself between the man and the basket.
So we see Houston taking the W here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, James. Congrats on the win. Looked like you guys really had a lot of confidence and really had a lot of flow offensively.
Yeah, we just tried to move the ball and make the game easy tonight. We did a great job of actually just guys getting shots, easy shots, and our defense really stepped up.
Yeah, great team performance all around, James. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.